Hello, and welcome to our Sunday meditation here at the Light Institute of Galisteo and the Sanctuary of Light. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we divide our meditation into 3 points. The first part is the awareness of our higher self, our truest self. We ask it to take form so that we align to that vibration, and it uplifts us and releases us from the chatter about who we are, but simply that purity of our inner and deepest self. And so we ask it to take form, we ask it to touch our body, we draw it into our body, and we sit in meditation. After we begin that, I'll make an Om sound, so you can push the button on your apparatus and meditate for as long as you like in this first part. In the second part of our meditation, we bring beautiful, pure white light from the cosmos down through the top of your head, beam of light down through the top of your head, down into your stomach, your solar plexus. And from there we laser it out. When we do that, when we extend light out in that way, it stretches out our presence and our purpose. So this is an incredibly powerful practice to draw white light in and extend it out. And as you extend it out across the planet, then lift it up, let it go back into the cosmos. And as you breathe in, draw it back down and radiate it out. Just continue to do that. Do another push the button again, so you can do it for as long, just keeping that beautiful pathway open and expanded. And then in the third part of our meditation, each week, people send recommendations for what they would like us to focus on, to give out through our meditation into the world. And this week, it's about communication. And so we're going to do it from our throat. The throat is called the point of communication, the chakra, or the area of communication, because it sits between the heart and the head. And so it is a perfect way to develop a clarity and a power to be able to present whatever needs to be presented. So in that focal point of communication, we will bring it into our throat and then radiate out to the world, so that all people can begin to communicate, not just individually, but collectively. Because that's what year it is right now, that we can communicate and we can align with each other so that our voices come together in a powerful and illuminating and inspiring way to change our world and our lives. Are you ready? We'll begin with our breath, because when we exhale, it slows the brain down so that we can actually come into meditative states. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply in through your nose and exhale very slowly through your mouth. And breathe in through your nose and exhale slowly. And with your eyes closed, ask your higher self. It's the intuitive essence of your soul. It's your own inner voice. Ask it to take a form for you at this moment. It could be a being, a light, a tree, an animal, even an equation. Just ask it to take form and see what form it takes for you at this moment. And now, ask your higher self to touch your body where you hold your divine essence at this moment. It could be anywhere in your body. Just imagine that your higher self is touching your body and activating that point of reference of your divine source. And breathe in and out through that point of touch. And now, draw your higher self in through that point of touch and sit in meditation as your own true higher self. Om. Take a deep breath into your body. Reach up with your consciousness into the universe, into the sky, into the cosmos, and draw down a beam of pure white light, and imagine it coming in through the top of your head and down into your stomach, your solar plexus, and from there laser it out from you across the planet, back up into the sky, draw it down and extend it out. Just continue to do that so that you are expanding your consciousness and you are expanding your energy field out around you. Om. And now, bring your conscious awareness into your throat here. And ask your throat what frequency of light, what color it needs to be able to communicate what is true for you, and that communication is clear and extends out and embraces all of the communication with others, so that all of humanity can feel that we have a voice, we have a communal voice, and we can use that power of communication now and into the future. So focusing on your throat, ask it what color it needs to bring forward that power of communication at this moment. Whatever color sort of pops into your consciousness, just imagine that you're drawing that color into your own throat, and feel that that light is opening your throat and bringing power to your voice and expansion to your expression, to your communication. Suck it in now. Good. And now, bring all of humanity into your mind's eye and ask humanity what color they need from you to be able to communicate, to speak their truth, and allow that echo of their own energy to combine and to communicate with the conversations, with the communication of others. See what color comes for them. And now, as we did before, reach up into the cosmos and draw exactly that color down in a beam of light, down through the top of your head, and extend it into your stomach, your solar plexus, and exhale it out to all of humanity, and feel as if that light, that beam of light, is moving out and touching and being received by humanity, that there is this activation, the power of communication, of collective communicating, so that individually and collectively people feel the power to speak their truth, to use their voice, a voice that is added to all voices, to bring about a sense of purpose and a change in this world. Continue to do that. Draw that color down and laser it out as you are giving that gift of light into all of humanity. And just feel that it's going in until you feel that kind of shift. And knowing that humanity is receiving it and therefore opening the power of voice, the power of communication. And take a deep breath into your body and open your eyes. There's a little giggle in me about that. sending light into your throat. Because so many people, as we go into a change of season, feel tickles in their throat or a little sore throat. And sending light into your throat will not only awaken and expand your voice, it will help to heal any imbalance that's in the throat at the same time. So as we work physically in our bodies and emotionally and spiritually, we really do change our lives and the lives of others. There is a second section to this Sunday meditation. It's called Knowings. And every week, people from around the world, and perhaps you, will send in questions that have to do with themes that they would like for us to sort of massage and bring some awareness about those themes so that it uplifts and illuminates all of us and everyone who's participating. And so Alison will give us the questions that have come this week.
The first question is from South Africa.
South Africa.
I live surrounded by violence and I am so afraid all the time. What can I do to not be afraid? I know what that is. I was actually in South Africa once at a very moment and witnessed a moment of terrible violence. And so I know how important it is in our daily lives, wherever we come from, for all of us, to shift away from fear. And the reason for that is, dear friend, is that if you are afraid of the violence, it will cause you to contract. It will cause you to hide and be small, trying to be invisible. And what I've learned from working with violent people and people in prisons is that they feel that energy coming from others, and that influences who they choose to be the victims. And so you want to, first of all, clear away that fear in you so that you are teaching your body to say, my life isn't about waiting for some violence to happen around me or to me, but that I will extend myself out so that I am giving a message that says, I am not available as a victim, that I walk in this world as my true self. And so we'll begin with an exercise in consciousness to address that fear and find it in your body and release it from your body, and then extend out from that. So let's do that first. All of us have fear. It could be emotional fear as well as physical fear. It could be spiritual fear or mental fear. And so it's so important to do this exercise in consciousness, especially when you go to bed at night or when you first get up in the morning, so that you are aligning yourself in such a way that says, this is not the purpose of my life. And what I want to tell you is that when you do that, when you begin to balance out and release out the fear within you, that goes out in the ethers, and it actually will support others. Isn't that incredible? So close your eyes now and ask your body where it holds that fear at this moment. Anywhere in your body you might feel the place or see it or hear it. Where is your body carrying the energy of fear at this moment? We can all do this at the same time. And wherever you perceive that, wherever you imagine it, bring your awareness into that place in your body and sort of touch in so you can feel the vibration of that fear. It's very palpable. And then ask that place in your body what frequency of light, what color it needs to wash away that fear, to dissolve it out from you so that you do not carry it and it is not being shown to the rest of the world. See what color comes to you at this moment. Again, you could see it or hear it or feel it. And now suck that color directly into the place in your body that's holding the fear. And suck that color in and feel as if it's absorbing the fear and dissolving it and washing it away, washing it out of you and freeing your body so that as it comes in and dissolves and washes away the fear, that color begins to expand that area in your body, freeing you to be yourself. Fear is not the purpose of your life, but it is a great teacher. And open your eyes. We're going to do a second little meditation, exercise in consciousness here, and that is to ask your own higher self, your own wisdom, your own inner voice, to give you a tool. It could be some kind of symbol or an object or a color that will help you to be fearless, to help you to feel safe. I think that when we focus on, I can be safe, even if you're in a place that seems vulnerable, if you hold that power of, I am safe, it will change what happens around you. Ready? Close your eyes. Breathe deeply into your body. And now ask your higher self to give you a tool that will help you to find safety and to feel courageous and fearless. Again, a symbol that might come into your consciousness, or some object, or a color. See what your higher self gives you at this moment to find that fearless sense of safety. Whatever comes to you, just imagine that you're drawing that tool into your body. Notice where it comes into your body. And then command the trillions of cells of your body, each one to hold that tool. And breathe deeply and feel as each one holds that tool, that it begins to shift your energy. Maybe you stand straighter, or you feel an energy pulsing out from you. Feel that tool affecting you. And then radiate that energy from that tool out from your body, out around you as a beacon that says, I can be safe. I can be without fear. I can be myself. Breathe deeply and open your eyes. I hope you will practice those two exercises in consciousness again and again, and really feel how, especially that second one, you begin to radiate out from you. Just like, all of these traditions of all of that sort of energy that comes out in martial arts. If you're extending out from you, the cosmic law is that energy coming into you always has to be lower, slower than your frequency, equal to yours, or above. So if negativity is coming towards you and you are extending out a powerful energy, it cannot get in. That's a law of energy. It cannot get in. In fact, it won't even see you. Great love to you. And may doing these exercises bring about a shift in South Africa, a place that I dearly love. Allison, what's the second one?
The second question is from Savanna, Georgia in the U.S.A. Dear Chris, I truly need some insight. I'm about to lose my sister. She's only 68 and seems to be giving up on life. I see her fading away, and I know she's choosing to go. I honor her choice, but desperately need to make sense of death as something other than final. Bless you for your wisdom.
That is a very powerful conversation for us to have, because people really feel, in terms of their relationship to themselves or others, that there is life and then there is death, as if they were two closed places or energies. And that is not true, because there's a beautiful soul, a cosmic universal soul that chooses to separate out, to come down into form and create a life. And so with our breath, we bring life, we bring the soul into embodiment. And when we leave our bodies, that soul travels on and leaves the shell, but not the soul. The consciousness is simply transferred. And there is that message as the cosmic law again. Energy never dies, it just changes form. So one of the great lessons in life that we have been learning through the pandemic is that you may not always be able to see someone or touch them or even hear them, but you can know that they are there and you can use consciousness to connect with them. And so I think it's beautiful what you have said, that you know that you want to honor her choice, because it is not in her emotional body or in her consciousness, but in her soul energy, that she's finished. She may be done. And so what we need to know that we don't know, that we don't experience. I have had the gift of 6 near-death experiences, and so I know this is true, that when we travel out from our body, there is a place that we go. There are many places, many levels of transition that carry us out from physical form back into light. And so she will go into that place. And what's really important is to, in recognizing that death simply separates her physical part from you, but not her consciousness, not her legacy, should I say. And it's very important to understand what I'm saying here. I'm not saying you should try to hold her to you, that you should try to keep talking to her, connect to her spirit. I'm saying that true love really, again, honors her soul, releases her with a joy, a celebration of her life, and a joy that she's gone on, that she was really finished. And it falls upon you to live your life more powerfully. And one of the things that I always say in ceremonies of passage is to contemplate for yourself, what is a quality that she had that you so loved in your sister? Because if you focus on that quality, what will happen is that it will begin to grow inside you. And that's the way someone lives on within us, that gives us a legacy that goes through our lives, is to take on those beautiful qualities and live our lives in that way. So death is not permanent, but it not only shifts her potential, but it shifts yours. So take on that best and let her live in you through her qualities, but allow her soul to travel on into the beauty of light. Sometimes people go where people that they've known for many lifetimes await them. They go to rest, they go into the light, they unveil themselves from the incarnation that they've experienced, and they go home to something that is eternal, never ending, which is the essence of soul. I hope that will support you so that you can be with her now and honor her and tell her that you love her, and say all those things, but at the same time, in knowing that she wants to go, just as we were doing earlier, every day when you think of her, or even if you're with her, in your consciousness, in your mind, ask her what color she needs from you to do what is true for her and to pass on in the way. That will help you to really uphold this highest energy and know that death is a beginning. And it's a beginning that's always a part of the evolutionary spiral of consciousness, of cosmic love. And my great love to you. Allison.
The final question is from Liechtenstein. Dear Chris, I love your U.S.A. NASA.
Me too.
They are an inspiration, and it has been such a joy to hear of their accomplishments in the midst of a world that seems to be falling apart. It makes me wish I had a brilliant mind or exquisite talent that I could use to help the world. But I must say I do not. I am very mediocre. Can you teach me how I can contribute to inspiring the world when I feel so small?
Oh my. First of all, we have to unleash from you that constriction of the thought form that says I'm mediocre, I'm small. You are embodied, you are present here. There are no bodies on this planet at this time that are mediocre. And yes, we can look up at NASA and see, that traveling on, that looking out into the cosmos, the brilliance that brought that to the fore. And let me just giggle with you for a moment and say, I wonder how many lifetimes you have been the one who came with that creativity, with those qualities, with that intelligence, many, many times, I promise you. And so what you want to do is to first get rid of the constriction that you couldn't possibly have something to give the world, and know that spiritually that cannot be true. And so that you begin to feel that you can open to amplifying that sense of I have something wonderful to give, because each and all of us have something wonderful to give. Just walking through your life, smiling at someone, saying something nice to someone, touching someone. What is greater than that in terms of a gift of life, to change others' lives as well as your own? So there's nothing you have to study, there's nothing you have to do to be amongst the great ones, but simply to honor the greatness of your soul and the power of your soul to choose to be here. So let's begin first with that dissolving from you, all of us, that sense that we're not good enough, that we're too small, that we don't have the intelligence, that we're mediocre. It's such a funny word. There's no such thing as mediocre. It's just that you're comparing yourself only in one way. Just remember Einstein. He flunked math, and look what he gave to the world, And so you can also realize that you can look at any template that you have and feel as if you can access that. Because if you see something outside you, like in NASA, that is inside you. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any difference. You wouldn't be inspired by it. You're inspired because you can relate to it. Remember that. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and ask your body where it holds that illusion of mediocrity and smallness. Again, you might see a place in your body, or hear it, or feel it. Where is it? Bring your awareness into that place and ask what frequency of light it needs to be released, so that there is only the openness, the growth and illumination and the joy of adventure. What color comes to your consciousness that will dissolve that thought form and that perspective of mediocrity? Now suck that color directly into that place in your body, as if it were infinite, because it is. And just suck it in and feel as if it is just grabbing that thought form and all the ones that are attached to it. Mediocrity, small, not good enough, all of that stuff. Just let that frequency of light absorb it and dissolve it from that place in your body and release it. So just keep sucking that color in and feel that it's creating a space in you. It's dissolving away those thought forms. They are not worthy of you, and they're not true. A little bit more light into that place. Feel it being washed and expanded. And then feel this openness that comes to you. It says, yes, I am a part of the greatness. Breathe deeply and feel as if your higher self, your emotional body, your light body, your mind, and your physical body all are whispering to you. And they're whispering gratitude that you, in your greatness, the greatness of your soul, have chosen to be on this planet at this time, bringing with you all that you are to give to yourself and the world. Breathe deeply and feel as if you're radiating out. Feel the love of giving that sense, the sense of you, into the world. And take a deep breath and open your eyes. And know that when you do those things, when you do that, what will happen is that your higher self will begin to synergistically show you that you have a gift of creativity or some quality. And you will feel that when you speak to someone or you make someone else happy, that that is part of your purpose and there is no greater quality at all. Or that all of a sudden you feel more intelligent. All of that belongs to you, awaits for you to simply say yes. Great love to each and all of you.